Today, I want to talk about some serious issues that London is facing, especially in the boroughs I'm in today, but let's be honest, these are issues all boroughs are facing, and that is this alarming, almost shocking and nightmare proportion we're seeing of knife crime on the streets here in London, and it just goes up and up and up. You can't open a browser or pick up a newspaper and not see the latest horrendous knife crime. It feels unsafe for us to go out on the streets, unsafe for our children, and it's got to be stopped, and someone has to take ownership. In my book, that starts with the mayor of London, but he has considerately never taken ownership, and he doesn't even want to talk about the issue, and I want to talk about it today. The next thing I want to talk about is how we can actually reduce those knife crime figures by investing in our communities. And I have a solution that involves real capital, billions and billions of pounds coming from corporate entities that go right into your community centers and gives our young people options. What do they do from 3:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m.? Right now, a lot of our young people don't have options. It's easy to get involved in bad things, in crime, in gangs. Why not give them the options? I know exactly how to do it. Unfortunately, with your current mayor, he has been defunding community centers for the past 5 years. He's been firing youth center workers. It's unacceptable. I have a plan working with some key people here in London who I've already spoken with, and I want to share with you today about how we can inject much needed capital into these centers and completely change the game of London. And I'm excited to share that with you today. So first of all, again, going through some amazing places here. Tower Hamlets is the home of, guess what? The Tower of London. An incredible history around how this borough actually used to support the Tower with conscripted soldiers, actually. And the Tower of London is an amazing place to go. It's always worth a revisit there when things open up. It's also home to Victoria Park. I'm in Vicky Park probably 3 times a week. I run there, I train there. Yes, I even break dance in Vicky Park. It's an amazing place. It's one of the great parks here in London, and we appreciate you, Tower Hamlets, for hosting that. Also, Canary Wharf, that incredible space with all of the buildings from the skyscrapers, all the banking entities. It's an amazing development out there, and we appreciate Canary Wharf. And of course, it's home to the O2 Arena, or as Drake used to say, turn the O2 until the O3. You know, I appreciate you, Jake. And it's a great arena. I've spent a lot of time at the O2, and it really is a world-class venue, and it shows how London is leading the game. So thank you, Tower Hamlets. Also want to give a shout out to Hackney. Hackney is the home of London Real Studios, which is the media company I set up 10 years ago. We broadcast over 1,000 conversations with the greatest minds on the planet, and we've given them to you and the world for free. 500 million views later. People really credit London Real with changing their lives, sometimes taking their business to the next level, their relationships, their health and fitness, and it's been our home for 10 years. It's also the home to the Silicon Roundabout. Some of the best tech companies in the world come from Hackney, and I've actually interviewed almost 100 of those CEOs on an old show I used to do called Silicon Reel, and I'm a big fan of the tech community with my tech background, and we want to support them as mayor as well. It's also the home of London Fields Lido, and this is an incredible swimming pool, 50 meters long, that I trained at for my Ironman race, and I remember going there in my wetsuit, doing my laps on that pool. And once you go to a 50-meter pool, it's a different game, let me say that. But I'll say one thing about the London Fields Lido. There was actually a warm day where I trained there for my Ironman, where everyone was in the pool. And to be honest, it simulated that moment when you jump in the Ironman race and everyone's literally flailing away and knocking you in the head. And I actually got some good training at the Lido that day. So thank you for that. The canals are there. I run those every single week. And of course, Wally Foster Community Center is in Hackney. I want to give a big shout out to the guys at Wally Foster. They hosted us in November for what I think was our first speaking event. I met incredible people there. I learned a lot from people in the community like Dino Kai, who I spoke to as well. And they honestly, a lot of them didn't know who I was when I got on stage, but at the end of the night, they all wanted to be a part of our vision, and we're super grateful for that. And we're going to be coming back to see you very soon. Lastly, we're going to be in Newham today. We're heading over to Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park. What an incredible development there. We're actually doing a photo shoot a little bit later to there, so watch for these pictures coming later. Also, Newham is the statue, has the place for the statue of the 1966 World Cup winners. It's this beautiful bronze piece that I was at just weeks ago when I was touring through Barking and Dagenham. It's the home to the Royal Docks, and of course, home to the London City Airport. And I might or might not have done a photo shoot there a week or so ago where I got on the top of the bus. My wife was not very impressed with that, but you'll see the pictures coming out. And yeah, that's not Photoshopped. I'm actually standing on top of this bus. And it's a lot higher than it looks, but hey, I do it for you guys. And it was a fun picture, and we appreciate you.